learn how to write a Java program that classifies a triangle based on its side lengths. Okay, so we will look at what makes a triangle valid and how to recognize different triangle types. How to implement these we'll understand in a step by step. Okay, so let's dive in. So this is problem number 3024 of Leetcode, and this is in the daily contest questions, and the question is type of triangle. So what question saying that, right? So first of all, question is saying that a triangle is valid if the sum of length of any two side is greater than the third side, right? So this will become a triangle valid. Okay, so any triangle, right, which is having three sides that forms a three sides of a triangle is valid. Means the array should contain the number of sides is 3, and so it will form the total side of the triangle is 3, right? So a triangle is valid if the sum of the length of the any two side is greater than the third side, right? Another is saying that equilateral triangle has its all sides of equal length, and isolates have exactly two sides equal length, and a scalene is all the sides are different length. So return a string representing the type of triangle that can be formed or none if it cannot form a triangle, right? So let's go through these examples. So what is equilateral, what is isolates, and what is a scalene? So a triangle is called equilateral if it has all these sides are equal, right? All sides are equal, so we can say equilateral. Isolates having two sides are equal, right? And so it's two exactly having the two sides of length same size. If you talk about this one, so this is scalene and it's a triangle having all different sides. Okay, so we will use these rules to write the code, right? So are the problem saying that problem statement saying that we have given an array of 3 integers and this represents the length of the sides of the triangle, and what is our task is to determine if it form a valid triangle, if so what type of the triangle it is. So either it is equilateral, isolates, or scalene, right? So if it doesn't form a triangle, we have to return none. Okay, so let's go to the code and let's understand. So first of all, we will create a class, or in the Leetcode it is already given, so class, and the function name is already given. What is the argument is there? Nums. So nums will contain what? 3 integers, right? So we'll do first of all array dot sort, right? So once you will do array dot sort of the given array elements, so array elements will contain 3 integers and you will get sorted. These 3 elements will get sorted. So we will start if condition nums at 0, nums at 1, and nums at 2, right? So all these nums 3 and 3 are there, right? So nums at 0 plus nums at 1, if two sides we will do what? Plus, it should be less than equal to nums 2. Okay, so if this is condition, right, if this condition, then we will return none, right? Because it if the nums at 0, let's suppose nums at 0 and nums at 1, he will do the sum, right? So and if it is less than equal to nums 2, means two sides we will do sum. So if it is less than equal to the third sum, right, third side, it means it does not form a triangle, and so we have to return none. Otherwise, if nums at 0 is equal to nums 2, right, means first we will check the valid triangle. Valid triangle is possible only if two sides we will do the sum. It should be greater, it should be less than, it should be greater than equal to nums 2, should not less than equal to, right? If it is greater than the two side, let's suppose if we'll do the sum of this side and this side, right, it should be greater than the third side. If we'll do the sum of this and these two sides, it should be greater than this side. If we'll do the sum of this and this, it should be greater than this. Means if it is not happening in this case, it means what? It is not valid one. Else it will form the triangle, right? So we'll go to else conditions. So there will be else condition if both at least two sides are equal, that is equilateral. If if any of the two, let's suppose if side 1 is equal to side 2, side 1 is equal to side 3, right? Like that, if we have, means it is isolates. If all the sides are equal, equilateral, otherwise it is isolates. Either of the side is equal. Else condition will say return the scalene, because all the other sides are different, right? So in this way we will return the values, and will your program will return the exact code. Okay, what is this? Is at equilateral, this is isolates, if this is scalene, or it is not a valid one, right? So first of all, we have done what? We have done array dot sort, right? So in the first step we will do array dot sort, so that we sort the array to make a comparison and validate easier. So after sorting, the smallest side at index 0 and the largest is at index 2, right? And so that the smallest one and the largest one, right? This is nums at 0 is the smallest one, and nums at 2 is the largest one, right? Will do. Then we'll check the triangle inequality rule. So if the triangle inequality rule, if condition will come, so nums at 0, nums at 1, if it is less than equal to 2, means we will check, we are checking if the sum of two smaller sides is greater than the larger side, right? If it is not, means it cannot form the triangle. So this is, we will check for the validating the triangle, means we will check the triangle inequality rule. Okay, then in the next step, what we will do, we will check the equilateral. So if nums at 0 is the nums equal to the 2, means the smallest one is equal to the largest one, right? It means it is equilateral. So after sorting, if all the sides are equal, then the first and the last element will also be equal, right? That is an equilateral triangle. Then we'll check for what? Isosceles. Okay, so isosceles will check if any two sides are equal, it's an isosceles triangle, right? Otherwise it's a scalene will return. So if none of the sides are equal, it means it's a scalene triangle, and so you can do the unit test. Let's suppose if the triangle nums contains 333, okay, so after the sorting it will become what? 333, right? So all the sides will go to check, right? It will not go to here, it will come to here, right? So the first is nums at 0 is 3, nums at 2 is 3. It means it will return equilateral triangle. Okay, let's suppose we'll take nums what 3 4 4, right? So 3 at nums at 0 and nums at 1 and nums at 2 all are only nums at 1 and nums at 2 are same, right? So in this condition, we'll check nums at 0 is nums at 1, is it correct? So nums at 0 is 3, nums at 1 is 4, nums at 1 is 4, right? Then we'll check nums at 1 and nums at 2. So nums at 1 is 4, nums at 2 is 4. So both are coming true. So this condition fails, but this condition coming true. But this is or condition, so it return isosceles triangles. Okay. Finally, we'll check the else condition, right? To check the else condition, we'll take the nums at 2, 3, 4, right? So let's suppose all are different. So it will not go in this one, not will go to here, and not will go here. All are different, so it will come to SS. Okay. Let's suppose we'll take the third for the none, right? So what we can take? Okay. So nums at will take 3 elements, 1, 1, and 3. Okay. So nums at 0 is 1, nums at 0 is 1, nums at 1 is 1, and nums at 2 is 3. So 1 plus 1 is 2, right? And so it is less than equal to 3, and so it will return none. Okay. So what we have done? We have done the sorting the sides. We have used the triangle inequality to validate the triangle, and then we'll check for the equality to classify the triangles. Now you can you can write this code into the Leetcode, and you can write me the time complexity, space complexity, what we have to take. Okay, thank you guys, thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section what is the time complexity and space complexity. If you like this video and it helps you, right, please subscribe this channel and help the expert panda, support the expert panda by liking this video. Thank you for watching this video.